Hey, it's Rob Carter. We're back at Shooters of Columbus. No easy way to be free. And it's been a minute since we had a video. Just a lot of stuff happened. Let's see. We had some trips. Then we had some illnesses. Then I had another grandbaby. So now we're back. We're going to do a bonus Live Fire Friday today. And then we're going to be back to our regular Live Fire Friday schedules this Friday. So without further ado, let's go on inside and let's go find Anthony and find out what we're going to talk about at the beginning of the week this week. Anthony, it has been a minute, man. I was telling everybody we had illnesses, then we had trips, then I ended up having another well, I didn't have the grandbaby, but my daughter had another child. I had my third grandbaby. Yeah. So yeah, we're back, and we're going to be doing, this is kind of a catch-up episode real fast.
Yeah, and then a lot of stuff.
And then we'll be back on our regular schedule this Friday. Live Fire Friday, Shooters of Columbus, no easy way to be free on a Tuesday.
Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
There it is. And by the way, we're both really geeked up on caffeine now.
Yeah, I need to. It's been, part of the reason we were gone last week is just how slammed I have been. I could not physically get pulled away from my office. We might have to start doing the ones where Rob comes in and just kicks my door in. And
here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So where you want? We got some pretty nice stuff up here.
Yeah. I want to talk about this. It's going to pretty much be two batches that I talked about today.
Okay.
Of some new stuff that came in. So the first batch
right here.
So this is the first thing I've actually been really excited about for a while, and personally. So this is kind of a limited run from Daniel Defense. And a little asterisk on that. Limited run, if Daniel feels like it is a profitable enough venture for them, they might do more in the future. I don't know how to take that. They sold they sold complete lowers for a while, and they said the same thing, and those did phenomenally, and they're not bringing them back. So I don't know. I would lean more towards get it while you can, because you might not be able to get it again.
All right, so there you go. So limited run stuff right now.
But what we're looking at here, so this, you probably noticed this looks like an M4 or a Mark 18. This is the Black Sheep Forgotten Child middle length between those two. So what this was for a government contract for the U.S. military, and this was called the GLSSC, which is Grenade Launcher Sound Suppression Capable.
Well, that sounds amazing.
So what it was
we get a grenade launcher?
Shortly after the Mark 18.
We can't get a grenade launcher.
You can. You can get one, and we'll be happy to transfer it for you for sure. So what we got here was shortly after the Mark 18, which is your 10.3 inch, which boom, the Mark 18. Everyone knows the Mark 18. The Mark 18 is rather short. 10.3 inch barrel, 9.5 inch handguard. It is a bit too short to properly mount the M203 40 millimeter grenade launcher that the military uses. So a request was made to still have this carbine length firearm, but have something that could properly mount a M203 grenade launcher and had the barrel and gas length where a sound suppressor could be put on it without causing any blowback issues. Now, the Mark 18, at the point where we are now, you can put a suppressor on Mark 18, no issue, but they wanted something a little more reliable with those two things. So Daniel this is a 12.5 inch barrel. So we're between the 10.3 of the Mark 18 and the 14.5 of the M4. 12.5 is probably my favorite carbine length for AR-15. It gives you a nice compact firearm, but 12.5 is a real sweet spot as far as bullet performance and velocity goes. For example, I'll show off. We got a bundle here that Mark has put together out of the GLSSC pistol that we are selling. So we've got the complete pistol from Daniel Defense. We've got a Surefire line on here, and we have an ACOG on here. So what's really cool about the 12.5 inch barrel, so the ACOGs are typically calculated to go to properly, your holds are for a 14.5 inch barrel, your standard M4 carbine. With a 12.5, you are looking at extremely similar ballistics. to the point where, you know, some of your longer holds are going to be slightly different, but the ACOG will actually work quite well with even the 12.5 barrel, and you'll still be able to use pretty much the same intermittent markings on the reticle on this. And you're saving 2 inches on there as well. You're getting something just a little bit more compact, a little easier to maneuver, especially once you get a sound suppressor on here. I love the 12.5. 12.5 is an awesome barrel length. If you guys do build out in your own AR as well, you can even get a mid-length gas system on a 12.5 and it'll run well. Like 12.5 is awesome. And so is this. So, you know, we've got the ACOG. This is the one with the RCR combo that came from Trijicon. So, you know, you've got, as we showed off before, you have your ACOG. So I've got my 4x magnification to get me out there. And then if I need to quickly change to something in close quarters, I just bring my head up, boop, and there's my red dot. So, all right, distance, CQB, distance, close up. And of course, we've got our Surefire light on here. So I have my push button for constant, or I've got my temporary pressure pad here. So yeah, a little twofold there. I get to show off this bundle and talk about the platform. So we are selling pistols. We are selling complete uppers. So if you already got a lower, or if you don't want to purchase an entirely new firearm, we have, and I love this, you get bolt carrier group and charging handle. Can't tell you how often we get complete uppers from companies and it doesn't have a bolt carrier group in it. That's a lie. That's not a complete upper. This is though. So this is a 12.5 complete upper. It also comes with, you know, the Magpul ladder covers, or thanks to the beginning of the year and you don't have to pay $200 anymore, we are also selling just a short barrel rifle version of it. So instead of having a pistol with a pistol brace, you can go ahead and buy a 12.5 rifle with stock and purchase it here. We take you over there to the computer, do all the processing, and then you can take this home and you can put whatever stock, whatever forward grip, anything you want on here and not have to worry about any of those regulations like that. While you're at it, you might as well also buy a suppressor that we have over there and get you full setup.
There it is, right. And
so yeah, if this interests you guys, which it should because these are awesome.
I mean, they are, yes.
We only got a few of each. I got a couple pistols, a couple uppers, and a couple of the SBRs. So if you guys want something like this, you need to hop on it as soon as you can. Like I said, I don't know, and I don't think Daniel knows either, if they're going to do this again. This is kind of the contract overrun parts that they have here.
So limited run, limited supply, get it while you can. Cross your fingers that they keep re-releasing them, but don't risk it because you never know.
Yeah.
All right, so
I might have to do something dumb.
All right, so
then the next batch, this is kind of a new thing for us, and I just wanted to briefly talk about this, and it kind of segue in from the complete upper we have over here. Wilson Combat. A lot of you guys might be familiar. Some of the old heads might be even more familiar with Wilson. Wilson Combat became really famous for their custom parts and work on the 1911 platform. Since then, Wilson Combat has branched out to the Beretta 92 platform and the AR platform. What we have here, got some stripped lowers for the AR-15 from Wilson Combat, and I'll flip this over so you can see that very cool, very nice Wilson Combat logo on there. Wilson makes phenomenal stuff. You know, they've been in the game for a very long time. They were like the #1 guys for quite a while for the 1911s. Their Beretta custom builds are phenomenal, and their AR platforms are not any less than that. So, you know, we're talking about building. If you want a cool Wilson lower, you can build it out however you want. Get that 12.5 upper from Daniel and have just the Gucciest gun up on the range when you go out there. And on top of that, if you're looking for a little more firepower, we've got this complete matching set here of upper and lower from Wilson Combat for an AR-10 platform. So, you know, if you're looking to build a 308, a 6.5 Creedmoor, any of those various large short-range calibers, got AR-10 platform. AR-10s have been extremely hard to source parts for, either full rifles, receivers, any of the lower parts or anything like that, especially now that Aero Precision seems to be, we'll say, out of the game, and that's all I'll say about it for right now. But we do have this complete receiver set from Wilson, which is beautiful and phenomenally built. Yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. We're starting to get some Wilson Combat receivers, which is also very, very cool.
Now, good supply of these, good amount. What do you think?
I got a couple of these, and I do believe we've got a pretty regular line on these right now. Yeah, one of our main dealers have started stocking these, and I think that should be a pretty consistent thing. So, fingers crossed. You know, everything's kind of crazy right now, especially the ammunition situation. These things are just. We're taking it as we can, but fingers crossed this can be a regular line for us.
All right, there you go. Bonus Live Fire Friday on a Tuesday. Some wonderful, cool stuff. We'll be back this Friday. Anthony, you can't stop playing with it. That's
I can't. It's so cool, man.
Thank you so much, brother.